Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan Lugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Tuesday, June 4th. Earlier today, talked about the Jaguars secondary as a whole, kind of big picture with the new scheme, all that good stuff. If you watched that one, you heard one of the players that I'm fired up about that I really believe raises the secondary's talent level and ability to execute and get off the field is Andre Cisco. That's one of the guys I think that carries this secondary, and I do think he deserves some more love. I think he's underrated. He did get some praise recently from NFL.com's Gennaro Felice, who called him an underappreciated player on the Jags. He went through every team on the AFC and named the most underappreciated player. For the Jags, it was Andre Cisco, and it's really hard to disagree. Like, Cisco doesn't get a ton of attention nationally or even locally all that much, quite frankly. But we're going to talk about him here because he deserves to be talked about. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can also check out genjag.com/shop, pick up some new Duval gear like the hat I'm wearing. You can also go check out our brand new drop, King of the Jungle tee, genjag.com/shop. You can become a channel member here as well on YouTube. Felice wrote, Jesse Bates was an established stud before last season, but playing under defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen in his Atlanta debut, the safety finally earned his first Pro Bowl nod. Now that Nielsen's running the defense in Jacksonville, could Cisco experience a similar reputational glow-up? It'd be financially convenient for the fourth-year pro as he's heading into the last season of his rookie contract. Though not as polished as Bates at this point in his career, Cisco brings the same kind of skill set as a rangy center fielder with supreme ball-hawking instincts. Also like Bates, Cisco can pack a wallop as a heat-seeking missile in the middle of the field, though his aggression sometimes gets the best of him. Under Nielsen's watchful eye, Cisco could iron the kinks in his game and maximize his earning potential. Make paper, young man, writes Felice. Right? So I agree with pretty much everything written here. I think that he's on the money. I do think that Ryan Nielsen is going to get the best out of Andre Cisco in a similar fashion as he did with Jesse Bates last year and maximize his ability to make plays on the football. Cisco isn't quite where Bates was when Bates got to Atlanta, when Nielsen got to Atlanta. But guess what? Jesse Bates was an older player, a more experienced player. Cisco's only 24 years old. He just turned 24 in March. There are rookies older than him this year, right? There's a lot of guys that have less experience that are older than him. He's still a very young football player. But let's take a step back and look at what Andre Cisco has done so far in his career and where he could go, obviously, with the Jaguars' new defense. He's an insane ball hawk. He always has been. Led college football in interceptions at Syracuse during the entirety of his college football career. Like, from the time he started playing football at Syracuse to the time he got drafted by the Jaguars in the third round, he led all of college football in interceptions. And the only reason he fell to the third round was he was coming off a knee injury, ACL. So you got the Trent Baalke special. And for this particular player, it certainly has worked out so far. He got to Jacksonville in 2021 under, idiot Urban Meyer, who wouldn't even put him on the field, wouldn't talk about him. Neither here nor there. He didn't get on the field his rookie year by no fault of his own, in my opinion. He should have been on that field. But Doug Peterson, gets there in 2022, kind of puts the Band-Aids on, kind of tries to fix this team back up, and he got on the field. Andre Cisco did. Doug Peterson, head coach, Mike Caldwell, defensive coordinator. He immediately started getting into making plays, picking passes off, even as such a young player in 2022. And over the last two seasons, he's picked off 3 passes in 2022, 4 passes in 2023. He's been a ball hawk, just how he was at Syracuse, right? Do you want to know the list of safeties who have picked off at least 3 passes in each of the last 2 seasons? It's Jesse Bates, it's Tyrann Mathieu, it's Kirby Joseph, Justin Simmons, Talanoa Hufanga, and Andre Cisco. Like, that's it. That's the list. A very, very impressive group that Andre Cisco fits into there as guys that can absolutely make plays on the ball year in and year out. And I think that's going to continue into 2024 and beyond. And when you have a safety that can take the football away and give it back to your offense, that is huge. that's as good as it gets. And I think that Ryan Nielsen, his brand of defense is going to be more about getting off the field, giving the ball back to your offense than it is going to be about having to play every single down perfectly, right? It's going to be able to, can we get matchups? Can we capitalize on offensive mistakes? Can we create and force offensive mistakes, right? So he has 7 interceptions, only 4 touchdowns allowed in primary coverage over the last 2 years, 6 additional pass breakups, bunch of tackles, 18 stops. Those are tackles that, constitute a failure of a play for the offense. So tackles short of the sticks on third down, tackles close to or behind the line of scrimmage. He is a big play safety. And his alignment versatility is super impressive. He can play center field, among the best in the game at that. He can play too high. He can run. He can jump. He can hit. He's a ball hawk and an enforcer. So in the same game, you can see him come from range to pick off a pass or, be playing center field and a quarterback puts a ball up deep down the field. Andre Cisco might come down with it, right? And then a few plays later, you can see him absolutely light someone up coming downhill. The Kansas City Chiefs fans, they were ready to bring out the pitchforks. Andre Cisco was doing to those receivers, and they were legal hits. That's the beautiful thing about it. He leads with his shoulder, does not lead with the crown. He's a really fun football player to watch. Now, can he improve his consistency with vision and angles a bit? As mentioned in the article, sure, certainly he can. No question about that. But I will take this type of free safety, combo safety on my team all day. Big time playmaker. Now, he is entering year 4, as mentioned, a contract year. This is one of the few players that, like, if I was Trent Baalke, if I was sitting in his shoes, if I could extend him before this season, I would try to get him a little bit cheaper than what market value is going to dictate next year, because if he picks off 5-6 passes this year, he's getting paid. Bottom line. If he picks off 5 or 6 passes and he makes a Pro Bowl, he's going to get paid a ton. Because again, he's only 24 years old. When free agency starts next year, he will be 25. He will have just turned 25. That's a safety getting paid probably close to $20 million per year with the way the market's going. At least $16 million per year. If I could lock him up now at like 12, 13, even 14, I would do that in a heartbeat because I've seen him work. I know how he works in the offseason. He gets himself right. You've seen him the last 2 years being an enforcer, a playmaker, a ball hawk. Yes, you can improve consistency a little bit, but coaching can help in that regard as well. You've now got him with a new coaching staff, defensive coaching staff. Ryan Nielsen runs a tight ship. Chris Richard is going to be in the secondary, helping this entire secondary grow, and he's been, one of the better secondary coaches in the league. So if I'm the Jaguars, I'd be projecting Andre Cisco to have a big year, and I'd say, can we get him a little bit cheaper before the season starts? If you can, do it, like, without question, in my opinion. There just are not that many guys in the league that can run, play the ball, and hit like he does. There are not that many guys that have the natural ball hawking instincts and physical ability to turn the football over the way Andre Cisco does. So yeah, I think he's very underrated, underappreciated, whatever you want to say. I expect him to ball out in 2024 and beyond. Would love to know what you guys think. Drop your comments in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can also check out genjag.com/shop, pick up some new Duval gear, become a channel member here on YouTube, help support what we're doing, get access to some cool perks. We've got links in the description below. Y'all have a good one.